Assalamu alaikum girls. Let us start with our new lesson. First, we will check the homework. Last time you had a homework. These were the graphs you were given, and the questions were which patient is healthy. According to this, the glucose level you can read here. After a meal, what happens to the level of the glucose? The healthy person is the one that the sugar or the glucose level will get high after a meal, and then it gets to the normal. This is the healthy patient. Which of them are, so B is the answer, which of them are diabetic? Let us find out which of them are diabetic. يعني the glucose level will not go back to its normal level. As you can see, A and C are diabetic because يعني here it goes back a little bit but not to its normal level. Okay, so A and C are the answers. What happens to a diabetic person after drinking juicy or sugary juice? Okay, what do you think will happen after they drink a sugary juice? As in the graph here, the glucose level will get higher and there is no insulin to reduce this level. Now the other question is asking about naming these organs. As you know, this is the liver, this is the pancreas. Now, as you can see here, it says that high blood glucose level, this will stimulate the pancreas to produce insulin. Insulin will change the glucose into glycogen, which is a fat that is stored in the liver. طيب هلا so this is a negative feedback. High glucose level will make low glucose level. On the other hand, it says that when there is low blood glucose level, the pancreas will be stimulated to produce the hormone اللي هو glucagon, and the glucagon will stimulate the liver to change the glycogen inside and change it into glucose and send it to the blood. Okay, so this is an example of glucose regulation. It's a negative feedback. It shows how does your body work in an opposite way to maintain a constant internal environment. We learned them last time. The storage material for excess glucose, we called it glycogen. A hormone secreted from the pancreas that increases the glucose concentration, glucagon. Sugar that is produced after digestion of carbohydrate, we call it glucose. So don't mix between these three terms. طيب, let us start with our lesson. Look here. What happened to the stem of the plant? Why and how? Look at the stems. These are called the seedlings. يعني the baby plants at the beginning. Why do you think they are directed this direction? Why are they bent? أكيد because they are heading or directed to the sun. What makes these plants or the stem goes to the direction of the sun? How and why? We will study this today. The root, stem, leaves, and fruits. Now, the part inside the soil or under the ground, it is called the root system. The part above the ground, yani the stem, the leaves, the fruits, all this part is called the shoot system. Okay, why are we learning this? Because today we will talk about plants in details. You know that plants grow because they make the photosynthesis process, which needs carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight to produce sugar and oxygen. And this process is made inside the leaves. All these are your previous knowledge. I think these are very basic knowledge for you. What do you know about sunflower? What is the stimulus? Look at the sunflower. The sunflower always, as you know, why it is called sunflower? Because it heads to the sun. Yani the stimulus here is the sun. Wherever there is this sun or light, the sunflower turn its head toward the light. Okay? What makes the plant stem and roots get longer? What do you think? Why do they get longer? Like like humans, how do they get longer? You know that they have hormones for humans and also for plants, the growth hormones. Today, inshallah, we will talk about this. Our lesson today is called Tropic Responses. You will find this in page 254. Okay, our objectives for today, we will figure out how do plants respond to a stimulus, recognize the effect of plant hormones on growing of plants, and compare between auxins, رح نعرف إيش يعني auxins, in the shoot and the root system. Okay, these are the new words you will study today: tropism, phototropism, geotropism, auxins, herbicides. These are the new words for today. You know that the plants have many stimuli. We want to know what are the stimuli that stimulate the plant, and what is it called when the plant cell grow away or into the stimulus. Remember, the sunflower, we said it grows into the sun. Now if it grows away or into the stimulus, what is this called in plants? Do we call it transparent, tropism, or treatment? You can find this answer in your book. It is tropism. So tropism is when the plant cells grow away or into the stimulus. This is called tropism. Now there are two types of tropism. Again, go back. This is tropism. We said that the sunflower heads toward the sunlight. This is called tropism. It goes towards the stimulus. Now there are, let us answer these questions. How does the shoot system, this system يعني the stem والleaves fruits, how does the shoot system respond to some stimuli? Let us find out. Yes or no? Growth towards light. طبعا. The leaves need the light. They always grow toward light. Grow away from light. لا. Grow away from gravity. Yes. The shoot system always grow up. So it is against gravity. Grow into the force of gravity. No. Towards moisture. Do they need moisture? Places, wet places? No, the root need the moist places because it gets the water from it. Grow against, طبعا it depends على the type of the plant. Grow against the direction of the gravity? Yes, it does. It grows against the direction of the gravity. طيب, what about the root system? How does it respond to the stimuli? Grow towards the light, the root system? No, it doesn't grow towards the light. Grow away from the light? Yes. Type, grow away from gravity? No, the root goes down, so it always goes towards the gravity, into the force of gravity. This is for the root system. Grow towards moisture. Yes, it needs moist places to get the water from it. Okay, so this is the difference between the needs, or how do shoot and root systems respond to their stimuli. Let us answer this question. Would lice move away from the sun? Why is this? This is not a tropism. Now, tropism is for plants, and tropism is a way of growing. It's not a movement. Tropism is growing towards or away from the stimulus. So because it is a movement, yani the wood lice is moving away from the sun, while tropism is a growth. It's a way of growing in plant. Okay, let us now find out the two types of tropism. There is something called phototropism and gravitropism. Phototropism and gravitropism. الphoto from its name يعني the growth towards the light. يعني the stem when it goes and bend toward the light, it is called phototropism. The growth towards the gravity, it is called gravitropism, or in some books it is called geotropism. Both are correct, gravitropism or geotropism. Okay, so these are the two types of tropism. These two types can be positive or can be negative. يعني a tropism away from the stimulus, if it's away, it goes away, this is a negative tropism. If it goes towards the stimulus, this is called positive tropism. How can we apply this? For example, the shoot system, it goes towards the sun. So this is phototropism. It goes towards the sun, so this is positive phototropism. So we call this positive phototropism. While because the shoot system goes away from the gravity, it goes up, so we call it negative geotropism. Okay, طيب, what about the root? The root goes towards the gravity, so this is positive geotropism. And against, it doesn't need light, so we call it negative phototropism. Okay, so positive, it goes towards the stimulus. Negative goes away from the stimulus. Let us answer now, find out the second objective, recognize the effect of plant hormones on growing of the plants. Now, you can find out that the hormones of the plants are called auxins. The plants have hormones, and these hormones are called auxins. Now, why is the presence of auxins in the shoot system useful for plants? Yani, what do these auxins do? Now, the auxins helps the stem to reach higher where there is more light. The job of the auxins in the shoot system is to elongate the stem, to make it longer.